John Lewis Gaddis's late-stage Cold War analysis falls apart. He becomes clearly ideological. His bias becomes too apparent. He obsesses over the minor trend, the coincidence really of actors becoming prominent political figures, about the Pope John Paul II being an actor before taking the cloth and applying the papacy's weight to political applications in Poland, as if that is anything new, as if the Cold War was a novelty, as if the ebb and flow of tranquility and anxiety on scales both personal and geopolitical is anything new. I am boring you. I can tell I am boring you. You take your face away from the window of the train and lay it in my lap. I am warm, always like a furnace, when I start breathing fast, when I read my boy books, as you call them, excite over perceived parallels between myself and Gorbachev. And you are so lovely when you sleep, curl up in my lap, your curls like eagle's feathers, the back of your head dignified and ignoring me lovingly, your head in my lap, a gentle way of telling me to shut up, that you find it cold enough outside, don't need to be bored by the details of the Cold War too, and that your lack of interest in my or any analysis of Gorbachev's legacy does not reflect how you feel about me, whether or not you are interested in me. In them leafless trees holding up tremendous loads of snow, impossible to see over your dipped shoulder, not because the train is moving too fast. We are stopped at Rhinecliff and I cannot take my eyes off of the heaving of your turtleneck, your ears, lord and lady respectively, of a resplendent mushroom kingdom, adorning pleasantly and silently fallen log, the mess of moss atop, not messy at all, adhering to an order clearly but beyond tracing, understanding overlapping textures, and after a long weekend trip, a competition also of odors of you and the sweat you cannot prevent beneath your winter coat, and the winter scent you chose a few seasons ago but have since outgrown. All things in another age are hard won by comparison. Every day that passes improves our capacity to get things done, like get through lunch with my mom in the Cold War fantasy lens. I daydream now down into my lap. We are different on this train, in secret concealing something from one another. I am mad at you suddenly in my fantasy. You are pitted against me, attracted by the forbidden nature of our being together. It is a common pitfall into a baseless inadequacy, but I make it anyways, descend into I feel incidental. I feel like waking you up, grabbing you by the shoulders, whose taper I so enjoy to caress, to shake some sense into or out of you, but the idea of hurting you disgusts me. I begin to feel disgusted with myself. I feel like Gorbachev. Gaddis says. Gaddis says Gorbachev was never a leader in the manner of Václav Havel, John Paul II, Deng Xiaoping, Margaret Thatcher, Ronald Reagan, Lech Walesa, even Boris Yeltsin. They all had destinations in mind and maps for reaching them. Gorbachev dithered in contradictions without resolving them. He wanted to save socialism, but would not use force to do so, and so in the end he gave up an ideology, an empire, and his own country in preference to using force. It made little sense in traditional geopolitical terms, but it did make him the most deserving recipient ever of the Nobel Peace Prize, and I want to wake you up to share this revelation with you, but it will mean nothing to you, so I resolve instead to wait for you to wake, and then I will simply say I love you. The train has arrived in the station. I love you. In the station. I love you.